Hello everybody, I'm Fells and welcome back to another episode of F1 26 My Team Career with DF Racing, where last time out at the Spanish Grand Prix around the Mads ring, you know what, we finished a very respectable P5 as Stanek even, I should say. So yeah, really decent race, not too bad. It's definitely his highest finish so far. But this time out, we are doing the Brazilian Grand Prix, and as we come across, ladies and gentlemen, Arviz Lindblad has accepted our contract. So that is our lineup done then. But shock news for this weekend: Lewis Hamilton is retiring at the end of this season. What absolute craziness. 2 seasons in Ferrari, and he was done. That is definitely going to shake up the grid next year, that is for sure. As well as we have a few little bit of general wear upgrades from our supply. In terms of upgrades then, we have a drag reduction upgrade, and we're going to give it to Stanek because we are driving as Beganovic this weekend for the Brazilian Grand Prix. And you can see there, we're like firmly in the sort of midfield then. You see the sugar-free Red Bull sort of falling behind in development then, but now we are going for our Q1 lap, and I believe we're actually gonna just ride along throughout the entirety of the lap here, so you guys can just see the full track, see how well we do. Get a decent, turn 1, turn 2, turn 3 technically. Approaching turn 4, we do want to brake a little bit slightly earlier, so we can get the front end turned in. We're purple sector 1, that's only because we're like one of the first people to actually do a hot laps. So don't pay attention to that too much. And throughout the weekend as well, or for the main race towards the end, rain is scheduled, so that is definitely going to be something we need to keep in mind for the weekend, how we want to set up the car and whatnot. Basically, as Colapinto goes fastest so far with a 1 minute 10 seconds, but coming across the sort of the final, the main straight, I guess, with plenty of battery saved up. There's a 1:10.5, immediately overshadowed by Albon's faster timing. So we go again on the same set of tyres. Let's see if we get better turn 1. We go a little bit too deep into turn 1, so I'd have to cut turn 2 to compensate. Turn 3 not too bad. Going down the straight, a little bit more battery usage this time, so now that we've learned where we can sort of deploy the battery on this hot lap. And yeah, 3 tenths up so far, and I think we're also just going to follow through on this lap as well. And yeah, just hovering around the 3 tenths gains. We aim to push, but we get on the grass, and that sends our car around, and that is our lap. Thankfully, we have enough fuel to do another hot lap. We managed to charge the battery up right before the start finish straight. So we went again. This time, about 3 tenths, 4 tenths gained, about 3 tenths even. And P14. To be fair, this lap wasn't even needed because we're gonna go again, essentially. Something to mention as well is we do have we're gonna be starting pretty much at the back of the grid because we do have a 5-place grid penalty, or like a 10-place grid penalty, something like that, for this weekend, and those components should last for the remainder of the season. We see here just flying through the laps now. currently P12 from 2 hot laps, and that is going to get us up into Q2, P14. Not too bad. The McLarens, oh, excuse me, Lando Norris had Piastri, P15 and 16. Definitely not a great Q1 for them, as well as Stanek finishes P21. No surprise there, to be honest with you. But now, I did 2 warm-up laps, so the delta time is definitely not accurate for our lap. But across the line, 1:09.8, that is a decent time, P6 currently. We go through another lap then, right on the edge of the fuel. Down to P12, it's going to be about 10.5 gained, almost 2 tenths gained. And up to P11. Well, that is our qualifying done then, ladies and gentlemen, as Norris gets a really good lap together then, and a 1:08.5, so really fast lap indeed. Carlos Sainz, P3, sorry. Doing really well in the Williams. And in fact, both Williams are up into Q3. Verstappen and Hamilton just barely getting through into Q3 then. They weren't able to get a lap in, which maybe will upset them a little bit, but we'll see what I have to do into Q3. But ladies and gentlemen, it is now time once again for the race.
Welcome to where heroes and history are made. It's where the 2008 title was decided in the final corner, and just 1 year later, Jenson Button stormed through from 14th on the grid to claim his one and only Drivers' Championship. It's time then for the Sao Paulo Grand Prix. Interlagos, always a very special race here in Brazil, is a 2.7-mile circuit with 9 lefts and 6 rights for a total of 15 corners. The fastest lap today should have an average speed of around 135 miles per hour, if of course the weather stays dry until the end of the Grand Prix. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. A fantastic effort from Andrea Kimi Antonelli puts him on pole position, just ahead of George Russell, who starts this event from P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Verstappen, Norris, Charles Leclerc and Sainz, Piastri, Albon, Hadjar and Esteban Ocon, Hamilton, Hulkenberg, Liam Lawson and Bottas, Lindblad, Colapinto, Fernando Alonso and Ollie Behrman, Gasly, Stanek, Stroll, Perez, Bogdanovic and Gabriel Bortoleto completes the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track.
So, lining up on the grid then, as per usual. Our tyres are very, very cold. It's been a little bit tricky to warm up the tyres. So we are starting on the hard shell tyres to begin with, because rain is still forecasted for towards the end of the race. So I thought, you know what, let's go long on the tyres and survive. But now we go to 5 red lights for the Brazilian Grand Prix. It is lights out and off we go. Getting a pretty good launch then. Already side by side with Perez, who goes down the inside of Stanek. We back out because we have nowhere to go. Under attack from Bortoleto then. And, just nowhere to go really. Just 3 wide into turn 1, 2 and 3. So now we are essentially dead last in the race. A little bit of boostage used. Then we're going to go down the inside of our teammate. Stanek, sorry, not Bogdanovic. Bogdanovic is on us. Up into 23, 24 for DF Racing then. But obviously, we have high hopes for this race. So we're going to make a double overtake down into this right-hander, P20 one then right at the back of Sergio Perez in the Cadillac. And we are gonna go down the inside. We're gonna take the moves as much as they come and be very opportunistic throughout the race then. As now already we have overtake enabled, and it is the end of the lap. Straight mode activated. And you can see the amount of speed that we lose there when we don't use overtake, which is absolutely crazy. There's a little bit of a lock up ahead. Don't think that changes too much then. Exit of turn 3. We fall back quite a fair bit actually. Now using a bit of overtake to try and catch up. But yeah, nothing happening so far in this first half of the lap. As Jeff reminds us that we have got overtake. Thank you very much, Jeff. Appreciate it. Definitely haven't just been using it at all. But right at the back of Gasly now then, can we make a move into one of these right-handers? No, a little bit too far behind. So now we'll have to try and line up a move on to...
Right, you've got boost mode available
to the exit, or the final of... my goodness, I can't speak. The final of this straight then, lots of overtake used, straight line now activated right into the slipstream. Gonna try down the inside, outside, inside, outside. Check it all about. Gasly locks up. We try to go down the inside then and can't quite make the moves and have the traction. Exit of turn 3 then. We're going to try again. Lots of overtake used into the slipstream a little bit. But decided not to. A little bit of a lock-up. The second Alpine looks up, but someone's round. The Cadillac around. I think that's Bottas. Bottas is round. Virtual safety car is excuse me. Perez. Excuse me. As the full safety car comes out. Well, Perez has to let us through, surely. Because the virtual safety car came out and we were ahead of Perez. So we tried to go ahead, and it's an illegal overtake. What has happened there then? What have the FIA done? What a mess. Like, hello, excuse me. We were definitely ahead of Perez when the virtual safety car came out, but safety car ending now then. We're trying to get a jump on Perez as quick as possible. You see they're right at the back of his gearbox then. As the rest of the field has gone, we're going to use a little bit of overtake, get the jump side by side as we cross the start finish straight there, or the start line there. We get Perez, we get Gasly now. As we force him wide just a little bit. As yeah, we were definitely not wasting any time behind Perez whatsoever. And we managed to get Gasly as well. Colapinto now up ahead. His tyre is going to be a little bit more worn because obviously he had that major lock-up into this corner.
Okay, no issues with tyre wear for now.
But now we're catching up quite quickly. I don't think we're going to be able to make a move into this right-hander. But it seems like, as the race as a whole so far, is that we do have some really good pace. It's just our qualifying pace is not great at all. So that is definitely something that we need to work on weekend to weekend. But going to the start finish straight now. Lots of overtake use. Straight line mode activated. We're going to go around the outside. You can see the speed that we lose there because we're not deploying, which is absolutely crazy. You see here, Jeff said rain in about 15 minutes. We should, well, hopefully be able to make our tyres last that long. But, yeah, still not being able to make a move on Colapinto. Lindblad up ahead, fighting the Haas then. I think that's going to be Ocon. And that has fighting as we go. Ooh, try to have a little look down the inside of Colapinto there. One day, well, we were going to make a move into that corner. One lap. We will do it, but we get Colapinto. Okay, it was Behrman, not Ocon. In that Haas, but look at the closing speed then. Look at that. Try and get our nose in. Between Lindblad, who of course is going to be our teammate next season, side by side now into the slipstream, force him out of the slipstream, down the inside, little bit of wheel banging there, but all look good. Obviously, we want to make it cleaner as possible. Try to send it down the. Had a little look once again, but not quite making it. And now towards the end of the lap 8. We are going to get Behrman. Look at that. Look at the speed difference. Absolutely crazy. So much so that we get a purple third sector then. Alonso, lofty heights of P14. Up next then. 2.5 seconds up the road. Lap 11. Alonso did actually get Lawson. I think Lawson's struggling in this race. So if I look at that closing difference around the outside into turn 1. We were a second back at the start of that straight. That is insane. The closing speed there. So we've got Lawson up into P14. We are now. Alonso is up ahead. You can see here now. Just under 1 second difference. Deploying our battery all the way down this straight. Look at the speed difference here. Now we're going to go down the inside. Speed difference is absolutely crazy. Absolutely insane. But we get Alonso up into P13, not P13, sorry, P13 on lap 13. But lap 14 then, towards the end of it, we're finally catching up to the cars up ahead in the Hulkenberg in the Audi P12 currently. And
no need to worry about the tyre conditions
yeah, I
now.
think a
Everything's
car
looking good.
up ahead is slowing the field down. Some
Okay,
form.
dry seem like the best tyre for now.
As we ask Jeff about the weather update, and he decides to tell us about our tyres. There's actually something that really annoys me in these F1 games in the past years as well, is that you ask for a weather update and it tells you about the tyres. Oh, the tyres are the fastest. Yeah, I can goddamn see that, mate. Tell me about the weather. Stop telling me about the tyres. It is actually annoying. But there we go. We live and let die or something like that, right? James Bond, I don't know.
Great work. You're catching the car ahead by around 5
Cars are up ahead now then. With softly in, or hardly in, what am I saying? Firmly in the 1 second gap of Hulkenberg. Right to the back of his diffuser now then. As, yeah, someone up ahead is definitely slowing the field down. What is that? There's a Williams up ahead. Then there's a McLaren and a Ferrari as well. Up ahead. Can we make anything down into turn 1 though? Overtake. In effect, straight mode activated. As you can see, they're not really gaining as much because Hulkenberg is deploying his battery, but we're going to set it down the inside and we outbrake ourselves. It has to happen. Every single race, we always outbrake ourselves at least once. So unfortunately, we're not going to be able to get that move done then. By the end of lap 16, see, we are so much closer. We're going to go around the outside as the closing speed was too great for us to switch it down to the inside. So early on the brakes, Hulkenberg has a little look down the inside once again, but we defend from him up into P8 then, because I think some people have pitted in this race. Hadjar fighting the, I think, Ferrari of Hamilton in this race. You see our tyres are overheating just a little bit there, but our tyre wear isn't as bad. So it's kind of balancing out. As you see there, more pit stops happen. End of lap 17 onto lap 18.
We're approaching the pit window.
And we're going to
You're
go
be on
for the
mediums.
move around Ocon. We brake early just to make sure we get a good exit out of turn 3. We're currently up into P4. Obviously, we still need to pit yet. But we're going longer, actually. We're going to wait for the rain as long as possible. As we make a move onto Ocon. Side by side. Look at this. Fantastic racing. A little bit of overtake he used there. And we get the move done before the corner. Up into P3. Both Ferraris are going long as well. Because they are yet to pit in this race, I believe. Or maybe they have pit already. I'm not too sure. At the end of lap 19, do the Ferraris come in? No. Both Ferraris stay out. That allows us to start attacking Hamilton down the inside into turn 1. We go a little bit deep on purpose. Hamilton does a beautiful switch back there, but we roll the car through to defend, boosting out the corner. And Mark is still useless. Thank you, Mark. Lap 22, everyone else has pitted. Russell and the cars behind have pitted. So it's just us yet to pit in this race now. As Jeff reminds us that we have got tyre wear. Brilliant, thank you. And yeah, lap 23. I'm surprised our tyres have lasted this long. I think we've got 2 tyre wear upgrades now, which has like really helped our tyre wear. But ladies and gentlemen, look at around the halo. Vindication. It is raining. And what really weird thing as well, just a few corners later, like there is no grip. So the rain is like instantly settling in as our teammate is into the pits. Hopefully Stanek is changing onto a intermediate tyre. That's going to be really annoying if he isn't. But at the end of this lap then, see, it is now fully time to come in. Fantastic. So we are into the pins. You can see there Russell right behind us. And basically everyone else has to pit, right? So we've essentially jumped everyone into P1. Pretty much. We exit there. We actually get Russell. I think Russell had a bad pit stop because there's now a massive gap between us two now. And yeah, we're in P1, and this is a natural P1 as well. Then we've jumped everyone. Well, a brilliant strategy this is. To be fair, it's not even that much of a strategy. We knew there was rain coming, so we extended the stint as much as possible until the rain arrived. Whacked on some intermediate tyres, bish bash bosh, here we are. So, yeah, we're in a natural P1. However, Russell is only 2.5 seconds behind, and yeah, he's in the fastest car on the grid so far then. So we are definitely going to do some defending. Lap 25. See, Russell has closed the gap by over a second now then. He is absolutely flying in this wet setting. As, yeah, P3, 4 and 5 are all like 10 seconds behind. But I think even they had... actually, you know what it is? They didn't have a terrible pit stop. We were just closer to the pits when it started raining. So as the cars behind us, they had to do like a full-on lap in the wet on the dries while it's raining. So we gained time that way. As Russell has a little look around the outside, we brake nice and early. So now We're going to be battling Russell for the rest of the race, it feels like. Let's see what you can do down this straight, of course. No overtake. Stay with the Inter. Brilliant, thank you, Mark. Obviously, we don't have overtake. And only our front wing now activates at a much later distance. So that's funny, you can see there. Only now we can activate it. But yeah, the gap behind. Look at this. Verstappen, 26 behind. He's pitted on a full wet tyres. Albon, 15 seconds behind now. So Russell and I have extended the gap by even more, by 5 seconds. Absolute craziness. I'm sorry, as well. Alonso, P4. What on earth is... Oh, P5 now. What is Alonso doing? The end of this lap now then. Verstappen has cleared Alonso by about 2 seconds. But Russell is still hot on our heels, trying to get this race win. Obviously, we are trying to get our second ever race win. And our sort of third podium as well. And all have been with Bogdanovic, so... Bogdanovic was definitely the right choice for our driver then for next season. We go to the last lap of the race. We're actually starting to... I think we slowed Russell down so much so it wasn't close enough to even try to attack us into these corners. You can see there, Verstappen absolutely flying on the full wet tyres then, right behind of Albon, who is looking to get his... Is it his first ever podium? I'm not too sure. Actually, no, it's not, because it was... Did he get a podium in Red Bull? I don't know. He's trying to get his first podium in the Williams. That's going to be very fun indeed if he can pull that off. If he can defend Verstappen for an entire lap, we'll have to see at the results screen then. But, ladies and gentlemen, we exit the final corner of the lap. We are going to get the race win, our second ever race win as Bogdanovic, as DF Racing, our third podium as a team. We win the Brazilian Grand Prix. Let's go, and we get driver of the day. So ourselves guessing the race win. Let's go. Albon managing to defend from Verstappen to get his first podium in a Williams. Very great race for Williams as a whole in total. As Science is P7, so double points finish. Alonso points finish as well, P6. What a crazy race this has been, eh? Ocon in the points, Gasly in the points, Leclerc only getting 1 point. Norris, my goodness, how much he fell, right? Did a 2-stop. Yeah, no idea what happened to the McLarens this race, so maybe they were on a really worn engine, and next time out we'll see them absolutely dominate, who knows. But yeah, Norris out of the points, that's definitely not going to be too great for his championship. Stanek might as well have been lapped. 1 minute and 9 seconds behind, goodness me. And obviously Battery DNFing from the race, he spun out on lap 3. But yeah, Norris's championship didn't actually get that too much affected, because Leclerc only got 1 point, closed the gap by 1 point. So much so, actually, Leclerc is closer to Russell than Leclerc is to Norris, so a bit of a breathing room there as we are in P8 in the standings. 81 points has Bogdanovic, fantastic. P5, so we've become better than the rest, really. of the field. But ladies and gentlemen, that is all going to be for today. If you guys have enjoyed, please do subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, all that fun stuff. And I will see you guys next time for the Las Vegas Grand Prix.